welcome back. Today's video is a very special video. It's Friday the 13th, Shop My Stash. We're gonna do a Friday the 13th Shop My Stash special edition. Did I phrase that right? If you are new here and unfamiliar with what Shop My Stash is, basically every 2 weeks I go through my makeup collection, I pick out products that I'll be using for a 2-week period, and then we also discuss the products that I used for the last 2 weeks. Mini reviews of them, kind of like a speed review thing, and just my basic thoughts. So if you watch them pretty consistently, you can kind of see how my thoughts change over time and things like that. So first we're going to start with the makeup that I used this last round, and then at the end of it we will be picking out new makeup for a Friday the 13th special edition Shop My Stash. Everything is linked down below like always, and there are also timestamps, so if you're only interested in like picking out new makeup, there's a timestamp down below that will let you know when that happens, and you can skip right ahead to that. So now let's get into this, because I don't know exactly like what kind of makeup I'm gonna pick out for Friday the 13th, like what is spooky-ish makeup. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I'm thinking like black and orange packaging. I don't know, we'll figure it out, okay? We'll figure that out during the shopping round, but for right now, let's go through last round's makeup. So I did last round a little bit differently. Last round was wild card, so I didn't have a foundation or an eyeshadow palette selected, and I just kind of used various things. That actually went really well, but I don't have any like eyeshadow palettes or foundations to review for you. I've been talking about them a lot on my Insta stories and on TikTok as I've like use different things. I was using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer though. I don't know, this is not old, but I feel like the texture on this is like just kind of weird. I don't know, maybe I'm not shaking it well enough or something. I'm still gonna keep it because it still works, just the texture is like a little bit off, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but this is one of my favorite primers. This works with literally almost any type of foundation that you use, so this is really good if you're trying to like test out a new foundation. This is one of the ones that I always go to. This or like a primer water, but this is my holy grail primer, especially when you want to try out different foundations and see kind of how they work. This is the best. So obviously for foundations, I was just using different foundations because I'm trying out a bunch of them, a bunch of newer ones that I purchased, and then I'm going to do a ranking video on them. I do have other like face products. So the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade 110 Nude Ivory. I love this concealer, but it is getting a little dry. I'm going to have to use it up relatively soon, I think, so this is probably going to end up becoming like a focus product. I do like this concealer though. The foundation that goes along with this too is also a great foundation, especially if you're looking for more like affordable drugstore options. Strongly recommend these. They blend out so nicely, and they are such like full coverage products, but they don't feel like heavy or cakey or anything like that. I love, love, love those. I was using the Persona Bronze Multi-Stick in Dune. I really like this. This is a bit more on like the orangey side. I don't know if y'all can tell. And again, I am wearing all this makeup today, if you're curious as to how it looks on the skin. I'm also wearing the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Foundation and the ColourPop Play It Jewel eyeshadow palette, if you're curious. But I love this bronzer stick. It's so pretty. It does pull a little bit orange, but I kind of counteracted that with my powder contour slash bronzer thing, whatever, because I always put a powder over the creams, and I do think that that helped, but I also don't think that I necessarily needed that, because I feel like once you blend this out, it blends out into a really pretty shade. So don't let the fact that it does come across as like kind of orangish scare you off if you have been interested, because I do think it still looks really pretty like once it's blended out. The Nude Sticks Nudies Matte All Over Face Bronze Color in Beach Babe. I've been trying to use this up, and I've made pretty good progress. That's how much is left of it at this point. I am going to put this back into my collection though, and I'm going to move on and try out some different stuff, and we'll come back to this at some point in the future, I guess. I love this so much. In fact, I have another one, which is part of the reason why I was trying to use this one up, but at this point, I just wanna play around with some stuff. So we're gonna put this one back, and we are going to try out some new cream blushes. And then I was using the Dominique Cosmetics Skin Gloss in Golden Dew. This is really pretty, and I do like these. In fact, I've purchased a new one in another shade. But someone had recommended, when I did that viral TikTok base routine thing, someone had recommended, instead of the Huda Beauty one, trying out this as like that all over highlight. If you've seen the video, it makes sense. If not, it probably doesn't, so I strongly recommend checking out the video. I'll link it up here. But somebody recommended using this, and I used this today actually, and I think that was a genius idea. I think it worked so well. I did end up hitting pan in this, so that's super exciting obviously, but if you're going to do the viral TikTok thing and you're going to use a lot of the products, you're going to hit pan a lot faster naturally. But this is a beautiful highlight. I liked it as kind of the all over, and then I also like that it's just a traditional cream highlight. So both ways works great. It's so pretty and it blends out so nicely. For pressed powder, this is one that's currently in Panning Punk, the CoverGirl Clean Matte. I've been kind of using this. I have another one in Shop My Samples that I'm also trying to use up, but this is the one that I kind of brought in for this round. And y'all know my feelings on this. It's a great powder. These from the drugstore are my favorite line of drugstore pressed powders. I just have so many that I need to work on using some of them up. Now for loose powder, I was using the Smashbox Photo Finish setting powder in shade 1. I've had this for a while and I have a couple of these, and I've always liked this, and I don't know what the issue was, but the powder on top, like the first part of, like the first layer that I was scraping off had like oxidized. It was very like almost orangish, and now it's kind of gone back to the original shade, so I don't know if it had oxidized or what. But I do like this powder. It's really nice, and I've been using it for like under my eyes, and then since I've started doing the base routine that I've been doing now, just kind of in my T-zone and in areas where I want to kind of cover some texture. It's been working really great for that. I actually really do like these powders, and they are a bit, it's a bit thick though. I will say that. I like the powders, but they are a bit thick. You do have to be careful when applying them in that regard. I didn't love it like under my eyes, directly under my eyes, how I usually use pressed powder this time, and I don't know if that's because it had oxidized or because it was just, it's such a thick powder, because I feel like that's usually how I use it, but this is definitely more of like an all over kind of like setting powder is how I'd use it, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense at all, and it's not too confusing. For bronzer slash contour, I used this huge Iconic London Ultimate Bronzing Powder. This actually worked really well. Like I said, it worked great with the Persona. That was what I was hoping for last video, and that ended up being what had happened, and it was wonderful. I've got almost the logo gone. This is so big, and again, I have two. Why do I have two of these? Why do I have two of everything? But I do like this powder, so I am excited to use it again in the future. I think it looks really pretty on the skin. I think it blends out super nicely, and this is a great shade match like for me. So if you are a lighter skin tone, this is in the shade Light Bronze. Definitely a good choice. You can get these at Boxy pretty frequently, and they're like massive, man. For blush, this was also my face palette. I was using the Complex Culture Good Glow Blush Duo. I used both shades depending on like what my eye look was this round. I really enjoyed these. Complex Culture has really nice just basic face products, and I really did like how these looked on my skin. I think that the shading is so pretty. I think the colors are gorgeous. I think that the way that it melts into your skin kind of blends very nicely. This is definitely a winner in my book, and it's one of those just kind of like off the wall products that had it not been for BoxyCharm, I probably wouldn't have tried, but I have found myself really enjoying it, so that is a keeper for me. And then my hope was to use up this highlighter. This is the Real Her Confidence in My Glow highlighter. There's still some product left, but it is not very much. So I'm going to bring this into the next round too and try to use it up. I can't, did this have a pan in the last video? I honestly can't remember, but there's still a little left. So I'm gonna grab a new highlight this time, because this is not gonna last me another 2 weeks, I don't think. I'm gonna grab a new highlight and we'll see how it goes. But I really want to use that up. For setting spray, I just had the Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Fixing Spray. This is a little guy. I'm honestly surprised I still have like a third of it left, but I like this setting spray. This is a really nice one. I just wish the bottles were a little bit bigger, but it's fine for just for setting. It's fine for setting. I had some other project panning. I had some other panning products that are in project pans. Those I'll be going into the next round, but I won't be like, I'll still be picking out products. So that won't be affecting the products this time. I probably won't pick out a powder just because I've got 2 of them now that I need to try to use up. So I probably will skip that, but beyond that, I'll be picking out everything else today. Now for eyes, I was using the Tarte Big Ego Frame Worker Brow Pomade in Black Brown. My concern with this is that I was starting to move away from pomades because I didn't love how they were making my brows look. And I felt like it was just too thick and I couldn't make them look like more natural brows, and I think I figured it out. I think I did. I have been loving how my brows have been looking for the last couple of days. Well, for the last like weekish. Not yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day. But for the last couple of days, I've been loving how my brows have been looking for this. And I've been using this, and then I also brought in the Milk Kush Clear Brow Gel just to go on top of it. I don't think this was mentioned last week. I think this was kind of like a midweek pull-in. But I love the 2 of these combined. And I love how this has been making my brows look, so maybe I'm not completely off of pomades yet. We'll have to see. I'll have to try out another one again soon. I will say when it comes to picking out new makeup, I did change part of how I have my makeup organized, and I think I'm going to end up changing it again. I think, because I don't like love it, and I think I figured out a different way that I want to go, but it has changed a little bit and it will change a little bit again. So just ignore, it's a work in progress. It always is, just ignore it. For eye base, the Ace Beauty eyeshadow amplifying base in light. I liked this. This was just a really great eye base. It blended in really nicely. It kind of gave you just a smooth layer. The color is a little bit odd for me because of the shade of light that it is, but I mean, it gets covered anyway, so it don't matter. Also, I've been using the Too Faced Peach Concealer to kind of go under my brows, and then if I do cut creases, that's been working out really well, and I do enjoy this concealer for that purpose. But the KVD Good Apple Concealer, I kept telling you guys I'd give you an update. This has been reduced down to I use it for cut creases and that's it, because it does not work on my skin. It just kind of clings to dry patches. It like breaks down really quickly and it just does not look nice on my skin. But I've been using it for cut creases and it works pretty well for that. So I probably won't like bring it into Shop My Stashes, but just know eventually in a couple of years you'll see this in empties and we'll talk about it then. As far as mascaras go, I'm trying to remember when I opened up all of these because I have so many that are open right now and I genuinely don't remember. I know I just tossed out one because it has started to like smell bad and it had started to get like really dry. I'm gonna say goodbye to these and we're just gonna pick out a new mascara today and try to not have this many open. I would prefer that, I feel like. And then for liners, I was using the Trestique Line Sharpen and Smudge Eye Pencil in Santorini Black Sand. I really enjoyed this. I forgot how much I liked these liners, and I knew that I had liked them. Oh, hello. Wrong way. I knew that I had liked them when I pulled this out, but I forgot just how much I did. And then I also had pulled out the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in Joyride. I ended up not using this as much as I thought that I would. It's still a beautiful shade, like I still do like it, and I used it a couple of times. I just personally expected to use it a lot more, but I did lean towards just the opaque black. And then I brought in a couple of other colors as the weeks went on for different looks and things like that, but primarily I did use the Trestique one. And then obviously for eyeshadow palettes, it was wild card. There weren't any particular ones picked. Now this round is gonna be, we're gonna go through everything. I already have a couple of things in my head that I know that I wanna grab, but we are focusing on Friday the 13th. So we want kind of spooky things, kind of Halloween-esque things. I'm thinking lots of blacks and grays. I'm thinking maybe some pops of orange, maybe some purples. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but we're gonna go pick out some new makeup now because I am ready for this. I'm gonna start with face palettes. I'm gonna pick something off of this top shelf, something semi Friday the 13th-ish, maybe. Actually, I don't quite know how this fits into the theme, but Creative Liberties and all that. This is the Smashbox Cosmic Celebration Planetary Cheek Palette. This I feel like off of this top row is just the thing that, I don't know. When I thought of Friday the 13th, this is what I thought of. So I'm going to pull this out. I don't use this super often, but it is so gorgeous. I don't think this is available anymore, unfortunately. So let's get some use out of it before it just completely goes bad. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And this has a bronzer, a blush, and this is a highlight, yes? Oh, yes, but that's like a pink highlight. So we're going to pull this out and that covers our powder products, I guess. I did switch around my foundation drawers as well. So now my concealers are kept in this like tin. It's a truly lunchbox, okay? But I need to pick something out of here for concealer. I'm trying to think. Friday the 13th. I'm gonna go actually with this because this is orange. This is the Item Beauty Air Hug Concealer in shade 100. It's not, I mean, you know, Friday the 13th, we've got to be open with the idea of what we're doing here because obviously it's not all gonna be perfect. For primers, I'm thinking I could do an orange one or I could do the Marshmallow Primer. Marshmallow reminds me of Halloween, which reminds me of Friday the 13th. So Creative Liberties, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to pull out the NYX Marshmallow Primer. This one is relatively new to me, but it's a really good primer. So let's do that. For foundations, this is tricky. Okay. I'm going to pull out the Bite Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation because Changemaker gives me semi-Halloween costume vibes. I don't know if that's just completely ridiculous. This is in the shade L30 and I feel like I'm almost out of it actually, so We'll have to see how it goes, but we might have a new empty at the end of this. Probably not, because I'm still testing out other foundations, but you never know. Let's be optimistic here, okay? So I'm gonna pull out this foundation and we will see. I feel like I haven't used this one in a while too. Ooh, cream products now. So for cream contour, I mean, I feel like there's not really a way to go here. Like there's nothing like Friday the 13th-ish about any of these. Maybe I could go by name. This is called Blaze. We'll use this. This is a Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in Blaze. Because fire. That makes sense, right? Then for cream blush, I don't know why, but I feel like, I don't know why. I cannot begin to explain this to you, but this is the M Cosmetics, the Serum Blush in Venetian Rose. I can't begin to explain it to you, but this is what I'm grabbing. Does anyone else get what I'm going here for here? It just looks like, maybe it's because it looks like a potion bottle. Is that what it is? I don't know. Let's do it. And I'm going to put back my nude sticks for right now. Oh no, you go back here. Okay. And then cream highlight. Let's see. What are you? Julia. Bubbly. Oh, okay. This is so dumb. This is the dumbest ever. But I'm gonna pull out the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer because the living part, you know, like the unliving, the living dead zombies and shit like that. Do you see it? This is ridiculous. But this is what we're doing here. Thank you. I never said that this was going to be smart in any way, shape, or form. So we're doing what we're doing here. Setting powder. This is loose powder. And I am going to go for the Too Faced Born This Way Translucent. Because this is very like old school kind of classy vibes to me with the packaging. It's very like the aesthetic, right? I'm skipping the regular pressed powder and I'm just going to put this back. We're not grabbing anything out of this drawer today. And then I'm also skipping the regular bronzer powder and highlight because we have the face palette. So we are done here. Okay, so eyeshadow palettes. I'm kind of just starting over at the beginning here because I don't have like what I usually do, which is go in order. I can't do that because last time I didn't go in order. Anyways, I'm going to do one out of here. And no, well, maybe. This one. Okay. We're gonna go classy vibes. I'm gonna pull in the Nabla Cutie palette in Analog. This is what the inside of it looks like. It's super pretty. And I already know the second palette I'm gonna pull in, which isn't in a drawer right now because I actually just got it. But it is the Melt Amor y Mariposas. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But look at the inside of this. Is that not an absolute stunner? So I've got lots of greens, lots of purples, lots of orange shades and reds and things in here. This is what I want. Friday the 13th vibes. I love it. It's gorgeous. I feel like we're going to be able to do a lot of really nice looks with this palette. And this is just going to be kind of like a nice companion palette. So these are the two eyeshadow palettes that I'm pulling out for this round. I feel like I'm still publishing my declutters from the last declutter I did. And I already kind of want to do another one. And I also want to like reorganize and everything. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it over the summer or something like that. Maybe I'll just let it get really trashed and then we'll do another one at the end of the year. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see and I'll see what I can do. But this is not staying like this. This is just how it is for right now. I'm going to do a pencil this time. So let's go with... I keep going back to this. This is the Marc Jacobs Brow Wow Duo. We'll go with that. We'll go with that one. And then I'm also going to pull out the Glossier Boy Brow in brown. We'll see what we can do with those. We'll see. Again, is this how this will stay? I have not a freaking clue. But I'm going to... I want that one. I'm going to pull out the Too Faced Killer Liner in Killer Black. Makes sense. I like that. And let's go with... go with this Haze one. This is the Tint Haze Smoky Eye Pencil. I don't know. I'm drawn to it. Let's go with that. I just realized I never went over liquid liner. I was using an Ulta liquid liner. I don't know why I don't know where it went, but that's what I was using. And then I might bring in a couple of these like colored liners here or there. But right now, I'm just going to grab a regular liner. We'll go with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist liquid liner. And then if I want colored liners, I'll come back in and grab one of those. And then for eye primer, I'm gonna go with the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadow in Cocoa Cream. Why? Again, I don't know you guys. Again, this will end up getting changed over, but I'm just going to grab some lashes. These are the Pro Beauty Essentials Lush 3D Faux Minx lashes. I picked these up at Marshall's for $4.99, so we'll try out these. And then I'm also going to go with one of the Lash Princesses. And yeah, this cannot stay like this. This is terrible. And the CoverGirl Total Tease. I'm gonna pull out these mascaras this round. I tried to do a mini revamp, and I feel like now I've kind of forced myself into needing like a full revamp, and I don't know why I've done this. But like I also have makeup that I need to go through. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know. What am I doing here? Let's see. This is a fun drawer. I feel like I'm gonna wait, and if I need something, I'll pull it out. But I'm not gonna grab a focus product this week because I want to see what type of looks. Like I need to sit down and look at the palettes and think about it. Okay, so I'm not grabbing a lip product because I am still using some in Shop My Samples, and I also still have the Kaleidos one from Panning Punk. So I do have, and I actually have another one from Shop My Samples too. So we've got lip products. And then for setting spray, I grabbed the Kimchi Chic Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. That should work. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I'm excited about this makeup. I feel like I definitely took a lot of creative liberties here, but I'm thinking that I really need to reorganize. The issue right now that I'm having is like I just got my subscription boxes and I'm trying out a whole bunch of new products, like new foundations and everything, and I've got a bunch of stuff coming up for speed reviews, and I feel like I want to kind of get that under control before I tackle the drawers. So maybe we'll do like a summer cleaning project where we go through everything again. But I also feel like, because like I decluttered in like November, but you guys still are just now seeing those videos. So let me know what you think. Is it too soon? Should I wait? Probably wouldn't be like a big declutter. It'd be like more like reorganizing. I don't know. We'd really have to see how it goes. We would. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. This is the makeup that I'm using this round. I'm pretty excited for it. It's definitely a different mix of makeup, but I think that it should go pretty well. And then of course, if I need to, I can bring in other products and things like that. But let me know down below in the comments what makeup you guys are focusing on currently, and did you do any fun makeup for Friday the 13th? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the bigger subscribe button below me if you'd like to see more of me. I do Shop My Stashes every 2 weeks, and then I do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will catch y'all next time. Have a great one. Goodbye.